and here they're all modern dancing. And I said to them, I said, where's all the nice Irish dances, the Highland and that, just the floor was swarmed. They all got out for the Irish dancing. I remember that night, it's not so long ago altogether. But it's like every place has changed too.
Did you enjoy dancing?
Oh, I would dance on a razor blade.
Oh yeah, sure, the dance hall was our dance hall.
Was it?
It was ours, the back of our house was the dance hall. So more, we were brought up with dancing.
Tell me all about that, Rosie, memories.
Oh yeah, that all the neighbours, young ones, all came to the hall night. And the soldiers from the fort came down as well, from Fort Lean.
Good times.
Yes, yeah, we had great times. Times the boys were ever so jealous of the soldiers. The soldiers took the girls away from them. And Hughie Quirk, especially. And then I had a cousin married to one, I forget what his name is.
Yeah. So it was good for the community too, wasn't it?
Oh, it was good.
A bit of new blood in the area didn't do any harm?
No, not a bit of harm, no.
My first dance was 3 pennies.
3 pence
To go into, and that was up at Mackie Davis's, across from the chapel at Urris. So you got in for 3 pennies. My own brother Jim sat and played the box, as they called it, in that dance hall.
Yeah.
Plus another fella from way down Dunav. He lived down beside me Auntie Kate, and he was down there, so he played the box as well. Then they got a wee bit of progress, and Packy Diver, who owned the dance hall, decided he would get a bigger place made of it instead of the small one. And when he got it, he brought in small group bands from different parts. At one part it came from Carndona. I cannot recall the names of it, but I know also from Buncrana there used to come one, and it was called the Rhythm Boys. So I remember the name of it because in my day I liked dancing, and very often or not I was first or second on the floor.
My name's Kathleen Abba. We had a lovely number of years in Urris. Awfully good memories. I've had a great life while I was in Urris because we did the pea, I did the potatoes in the fields, we had the donkey, and my children now in Falkirk has lovely stories from me, the life that I had. And they take all the things that I've told them to school, to their school in Falkirk, because our lives is absolutely fabulous. And I could write a book about my life in Urris. And maybe one day I will. We had a lovely, lovely life, which we still love to come and visit, and we will continue to do so, and for a number of years, we hope. So, and this is Josie. And this is Frida, who already lives in Scotland as well, and Falkirk.
I've had a lovely time tonight, meeting people that I've never only thought about till I left the school, which was for a very short time here. The houses are still there, and they've all been there. They're now holiday homes.
One was grandma's.
One was my granny's, one was ours, and one was the
Shoshes.
Shoshes. They're really nice, and I think
We were inside them today.
We were inside them today, and looking back, they're so different from what we were used to. I mean, it was very, very bare essentials, what I remember growing up in.
It must have been a little bit emotional.
It was a wee bit emotional, especially when I met my friend Mina, Mina Jimmy Ned, who I was friends with and went to the dancing here before I left in 1959. I thought it would have been more emotional, but I held it together.
Nearly halfway there now. Too slow, is it? Thank you very much.
It was very successful for a couple of days. Considering it took 100 years to work up to it, it worked out very well in the end. We might have been a year late behind time, but that's Clonmany time. So roll on the next 100 years.
You enjoyed it, Patricia?
I enjoyed it immensely. Did you enjoy it yourself?
I did that.
It was great.
Yeah.
See all the old faces and an old wrinkle here and there, but what odds?
Kathleen, how you enjoyed your...
Very much so. I enjoyed it thoroughly, meeting up with some former classmates and some of the teachers that taught my own children here, reminiscing, and it was good fun, yeah.
Worth the hard work?
It was worth the hard work, yes. To see all the roll books and that.
Yes, that was
see your
very...
names on the roll books, your children's names on the roll books.
That was very... I had a great time, I enjoyed every minute of it. And at the Mass here, I was reminiscing about my mother coming to school here and my father and all the people who went before us. And you could almost like just feel their presence and them saying, "Well done, Tiernasligo School." And just are carrying on where we left off. Yeah, so it was very nostalgic, and I really enjoyed every minute of it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it as well, and we had great support from all the community for the Mass here in the school and for the entertainment afterwards. And like I say, it was nice to see the roll books and to see my mother's name in it, my uncles and aunts and that in it. So it brought back memories, you know, seeing my old classmates as well, which was very good. So I really did enjoy it.
I was blessed among women. I don't know how I stuck it, but I carried on the best I could. I enjoyed it very much. The lead up to it was great, and planning. A lot of thanks has to go to the committee here for, I think it was a very enjoyable night and successful day as well.
I enjoyed it immensely, and it was lovely having a past pupil saying the Mass. That was was very nice. And the Mass was well supported and it was lovely. The whole thing was very nice. Oh, there were some good memories and some maybe not so good when you were coming up the road in the rain and the hailstones bouncing off your legs. It wasn't so nice. But all in all, it was good.
Did you meet any old school friends?
We did, yes. Yeah, people came from Scotland, especially for the occasion.
The Urris came.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're always so supportive.
Yeah, they're so supportive. So it was lovely, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. They thought it was great altogether.
Like filling the chicken with water and the sheep going through the house and just little snippets. But going back to the house today was really quite an emotional, and I wrote a wee story in the book about us and when we arrived and that, and for the whole family to be here and then all of a sudden to go to move to another country. And we visited the grave of my sister today, which I felt was really emotional because it was somebody that I didn't really get to know. But anyway, we've all had a good life. I've got 2 children, a girl and a boy, 3 grandchildren, 2 boys and a girl, who will be all coming back next year, hoping that it will be really nice to come back. And just wish the rest of the family was here and thinking of Mum and Dad. And we've left a legacy as the houses because they're now the Memorial Cottages, and they'll be on the calendar and they'll be there for the next 100, 150 years. It's really been quite a good, lovely trip.
As I stand beside the old homestead where the leaves are overgrown, I'm thinking of my childhood days and this place I once called home. I can see my dear old mother as we walked in the door. She was the heart and soul of our household in those bygone days of yore. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and turn back the years, relive again the memories of the good times we had here. Though a house is just a building of mortar, brick and stone, it was my father and my mother's love that made this house a home. Oh, the nights beside the open fire, telling stories everyone, while my father played the fiddle and the old accordion. My mother had a heart of gold, greeting neighbours in the hall, neath the flicker of that old oil lamp, casting shadows on the wall. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and turn back the years, relive again the memories of the good times we had here. Oh, a house is just a building of mortar, brick and stone. It was my father and my mother's love that made this house a home. the sights and sounds of yesterday. I can see and hear them still. The binders in the cornfields and the hum of the thrashing mill. As I stand beside the old homestead, the rain comes softly down, like oh so many teardrops dripping softly on the ground. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and turn back the years, relive again the memories of the good times we had here. Though a house is just a building of mortar, brick and stone, it was my father and my mother's love that made this house a home. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and turn back the years, relive again the memories of the good times we had here. Though a house is just a building of mortar, brick and stone, it was my father and my mother's love that made this house a home. It was my father and my mother's love that made this house